What's up, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Rob and you got Superstar Nation. How you guys doing? Oh man, if you're not beating up on me on video, you're beating up on me on the Discord. Guys, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, hit the bell notification button so you get every single video, every single day. You never know what we're going to hit you with. Also, get a Superstar VIP membership, $2.99 a month. You get this fancy star beside your name, get access to our spreadsheets, get access to our giveaways, first dibs on merch, our buys and sells, and we'll do advertisement for you. We got one later on. Also, you can reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. People are in our DMs all the time. Feel free to reach out just if you want to have a conversation, if you want to discuss anything related to NFTs, veve, whatever, so rare, whatever we're covering, or if there's something new. McFarlane too is another one that's has some movement recently. So feel free to reach out to us anytime. Thank you so much to our VIPs. You guys are incredible. 3 pages of it. I mean, look at this. Incredible. Guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, and you keep us going every single day. This is why we do it. We do it for all the subscribers and all the VIPs. So starting off with Duck and Cover, he actually posted a YouTube song of the James Bond song for Joe. He said, "This is one of my favorite punk bands, but I can't hear the song anymore without thinking of Superstar Money Joe." That song was the Bond song. So Joe responded with a closing his ears, la 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 la, because he doesn't want to hear it anymore. Another one, I'm doing this without sound. Check this out. Dr. Profit, he said, "This is why I'm so bullish on AR. Controlling your home with gestures using AR headsets looks very intuitive. This could become a popular way to interact with smart home devices in the future." I believe this. This is exactly what I envision AR. Take a look. I'm doing it without sound. So you can see on the wall, interacting with your hand, sliding, controlling motorized blinds, thumbs up, thumbs down in order to control the temperature in their house, jukebox, touchless. You have the watch, digital watch, messages on your hand. It's incredible. You can even set reminders. It says there that you could custom reminders that the plant needs to be watered. And your computer, this is another thing, your keyboard and your computer, the future metaverses and the future AR world has always been envisioned in a way that you would no longer have a keyboard, you would no longer have a 2D screen, that pretty much you could bring your computer anywhere you go. So very, very cool video. We're still a long way out from that, many, many years away, but this is where the technology is going. On the veve news, they are going to have an Earth Day stamp. This drops on April 22nd. I'm not a big stamp guy, but stamps always seem to be a cheap price, good for MCP points. Now that MCP is all the buzz. So if you're interested, take a look. The article's not out yet, but when it comes out, we'll see how scarce that's going to end up being. Also, Amazing Spider-Man number 122. 121 just came out, which is the death of Gwen Stacy. This one here is the death of Norman Osborn. And I took a look on Go Collect. It was 121 was actually a more expensive comic than 122. 122 here, we have the Go Collect membership, and 9.8 sold for only $3,900. So it's not a very popular comic. Still pretty good though, right? It's classic. It is 1963. It has some very popular characters in it, like the Green Goblin. So it's probably going to be a C rank comic. He hasn't posted on veve ranks yet, but if I had to take a guess, that's what I would say it would be. And then if you want, you can take a closer look here. Very nice covers. I like them a lot. You got Gwen just chilling there. So let me know what you guys think. But actually, to be honest with you, I'm not even sure if that is Gwen. I'm just guessing. But I know that veve posted a video there that explained the covers and explained everything. So if I took a quick watch with Corey there, but I don't fully remember what he said about this character. So you can let me know below if you do. Okay, so today I want to talk about the OMI token. The OMI token goes hand in hand with veve. You can't know veve without knowing the OMI token. And at first, it was supposed to be a little bit separate. They had a plan for the OMI token, and veve was there. And as time went on, we started realizing that veve doesn't actually need the OMI token. And I think that's the concern of a lot of OMI investors right now, because what we're seeing right now is glorious dumps of the OMI token. So if you take a look at the all-time charting here, what I found pretty crazy is that at this current price, if you were to draw a line that goes right across, you pretty much anyone who ever bought OMI, and no one really knew about veve, remember that. Okay, like I'm talking about back to like 2020 here. Like December 2020, the token was dirt cheap. So the first people, the people who were part of the company, like the first number of users that were around at that time, they probably bought this for 0.003, whatever it is. These are the users who most likely were getting the Rizzos, like the first 500 people who signed up and all that. These are the people who were there right at the beginning. And obviously the app came out and it really started to spike. So if you think back to 2020, December 2020, you look at the OMI token here, February 2021, you're already at 0.003. You're already way above where we are right now. So pretty much anyone who bought OMI since veve started is now down. Like you literally had to buy the OMI token before the app was even released in order to have any shot. And I wasn't there for that. Like I wasn't there for the history of the OMI token before the app came out. But my understanding is that obviously those who knew about it were able to pick it up for dirt cheap. And then once everything was operational, it spiked. And at no matter what point you bought right now, you would be down unless you were in as like one of the very, very first guys, which I think is a very sad, but at the same time, potentially bullish, believe it or not, thing. I'm not really too contrarian. Okay. I'm not really a contrarian guy. I don't really like buying things on the way down. That's just my style. But a lot of times, the fact that so many people are down now means that really you've weeded out any of the paper hands at this point. I still think that OMI has a long way to go. I think that the reason why the OMI token is getting destroyed is because veve has not proven any form of utility to the token yet. It's a lot of hashtag soon. And at this point, why buy before it comes? Like we were thinking the same thing back when earlier this year when the OUP article came out. We were talking about, well, they have all these plans for the OUP, and then next thing you know, MCP now and OUP are going to have synergies, which potentially may nerf the OUP. Maybe. We don't know because they haven't released it yet. But what we do know is that MCP, based on the last article, reading between the lines, I did a video on it yesterday, check it out. But it looks like you can use MCP rankings to help you get into certain OMI tiers, or maybe the points to get into certain OMI tiers. And then the OUP is going to have certain tiers of staking that's going to get you access to all sorts of things. And that's another issue because now if you needed the OMI token to get into that and stake the OMI token, now it sounds like you don't even need to stake the OMI token. You can just do it through MCP points. You might prefer just to have the collectibles instead because you can actually use them in the veveverse instead of just having this coin that has no utility or the same utility when the utility does come as MCP points. I do think that long term, the OMI token will stand out on utility when it comes to things like the veveverse. I don't think that the veveverse will run purely on MCP points, but the veveverse will probably likely need to have some kind of universal token. It's not confirmed. I think that would be OMI, but who knows? Maybe they're going to be bringing credit cards and USD. So that'd be further reasons to not have a desire to hold a OMI token long term. So I think that's what's happening. I think the community is smartening up. They're seeing the veve app do well without OMI, and they're worried that OMI will probably not be a necessity to continue to gain success with veveverse, with MCP, with the veve app, with putting out collectibles. OMI, it's just kind of confusing where OMI's going to fit into this right now. Even though they've laid out all their plans, none of it has been put into action. And the more time that goes on, the lower the price of OMI will likely go. And from a macro perspective, we're starting to see recovery now in some other cryptocurrencies, and we haven't seen that in OMI. And I think that that's a reflection at this point that the OMI token needs to be better for investment to come back into it. Now, none of this is investment advice. None of this is financial advice. This is my opinion. I personally will not be adding more to my current position of OMI until I start seeing some tangible utility given to the token, so I actually would want to buy it so I can use it in some way. because right now it can do nothing that I'm aware of within the veve app. And the Veverse isn't out yet. It's April 19th. They said mid-April. First they said April for Q1. That's not going to work. Now they said mid-April. Hopefully it comes out tomorrow. Probably not going to work. At some point, it's going to come out, and we'll see how involved the OMI token is with that. So I think what I thought was the most surprising here is that at this point, everyone who bought OMI is holding the bag. Everyone. They're all bag holders. Because based on this chart, you must be down. And many of you will be down by glorious amounts. Like over 90% losses, most likely. It's just based on the odds. Like if I didn't get into it statistically, but if you did like, a probability distribution graph, you just can see years, a year and a half went by where you're buying it. Even here, November 2022 wasn't too long ago on that OUP article release. It spiked to 14, 16 cents and people were buying it. Those people are now down over 50%, and it's only been 4 months. So beware of the OMI token. That's the truth. Beware of the OMI token. You cannot be bullish on the OMI token, although I will admit the fact that so many people are down on the OMI token is probably a bullish thing because everyone's running away from it. If by some chance veve does deliver on some of their promises, then you could have a contrarian play and actually maybe benefit from that. It's just your personal style. Like you can't be buying any OMI without the assumption that it's going to go down at least back to what it was in 2020 at 0.0003. That's like a lot more left to go, right? So you have to basically assume it's going to go back down to zero if you put anything into it. And like if you're okay with that and you put in a reasonable amount that you're willing to live with, then maybe it's not too bad. Even if it does dip more, at least you have a pretty good price because it's pretty much at an all-time low right now from when it really got going and really kicked off. So guys, very curious to know your thoughts on this. Are you currently an OMI token holder? Are you buying more? And what do you think about the fact that pretty much everyone who bought the OMI token is currently in the red right now? And by like a wide margin. Like I thought that was shocking. Is it shocking to you too? So let me know below. And if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, and hit the bell notification button. You get every single video every single day. Also, superstar VIPs, $2.99 a month. Thank you to all our VIP supporters. Get chances at our giveaway. We do a star in the universe every month. Maybe you can be up there with starnaming.com. Obviously, the star beside your name, access to our spreadsheets for drops, and we want to bring as much utility as possible to the VIP membership. So, guys, thank you all so much. We appreciate your support. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.